Hey guys, so I came back today to share a few leveling up tips that have helped me on my journey of leveling up. Now, I would say I've been on my journey for a few years now, as far as just like improving myself and making sure that I'm hitting all my goals. Um, I think a lot of people, including myself, we're all on this journey where we're trying to better ourselves and basically become the best versions of ourselves. And I think every day, even if it's a little small thing or small task, that's actually contributing to who you're going to become later down the path. So you're just helping your future self become who you're going to be, or who you want to be, rather. So one of the things that I definitely would say that have helped me on my journey is to have a list of goals. And so I usually do that list at the beginning of each year. And this is, so that way I have time to do one thing at a time. You don't want to rush, you know what I'm saying? So just for me, I always take my weeks. Like I always do 1 week at a time and try to get as much done as I can within that week. And I just try, you're checking off one thing at a time. You don't want to like overextend yourself. So that's one of the main things that I would say that helps me organize my goals. Is to definitely write down whatever you want to do. Like it could be the smallest little thing, just write it down and check it off. So having like yearly goals that I have, and then just having like daily goals, waking up in the morning, going to the gym or whatever you do to work out, going to, your class. If you have a class, like that's something that you could check off. Reading, making sure you're drinking your water, making sure you're taking your vitamins, whatever it is, put it on that checklist, put it on that daily checklist. And they have apps for that too. So you can put your daily goals or your daily, habits goals, you can put it in the app and you can check it off every day. So that's one of the ways that has helped me level up, is to just write out my goals for the year, what I want to accomplish by the end of the year. Take it 1 week at a time, and then also, having an app that I can keep track of my daily habits to just make sure that I'm staying on point. Basically, you just want to make sure you're staying on point. The other thing for me, when it comes to leveling up, I would say saving money has helped me level up. So like, I'm a girl, I like to shop, I like to do all that stuff, but I'm also one of the girlies that like, I'll hit the thrift store. Like I don't, I don't have to shop expensive. I like to shop deals. I like to shop thrifts, I like to shop at the thrift store. Sometimes I'll do my own hair, but most of the time, I definitely fit my hair and my nails into my budget. So, and I don't wear like wigs or anything. So that's another thing. I think, that's a little less expensive. Not to say like, if you rock a good wig, girl, see if you could try to figure out, if you could do it yourself, or somebody that can hook you up, give you a little discount. But for the most part, those things, like that's gonna remain in the budget. Getting my nails done and getting my hair done, that's something that I will always have some money for. But just in general, just saving money, making sure that every time I get paid, I'm putting money, I have bills and stuff. So that obviously you got to pay your bills, but making sure that I'm paying myself also. So I'm always going to put some money into my savings account, even if it's $5, $10, I don't care. Like I'm always going to put some money to the side. So saving money is another one. Staying active. I try to go to the gym at least 2 to 3 times a week. You don't have to go to the gym if you don't like the gym. The gym is not for everybody. But as long as you're like walking around, like even if it's like taking a walk, just exercising your body, that's important. I think that's like that should be like way at the top of the list. Making sure you're being some kind of active, getting outside, getting some fresh air, definitely help me when it comes to leveling up. When I started my level up journey, I wasn't at the bottom. Like I don't feel like I was at rock bottom, but I feel like I wasn't being my best person. I still feel like I'm growing into who I'm going to become. And I just feel like going to the gym and just being active and stuff like that, it just helps. It just really, really, like, mentally for me, it just helped me. It kept me motivated. There were days when I I just don't feel like going. But I always felt great after I left. And that's what kept me motivated. I'm like, okay, I don't feel like going today, but I know that when I'm done, I'm going to be glad that I did go. You know what I'm saying? So that is definitely at the top of the list, 100%. The other thing I would say, another tip when it comes to leveling up for me, is to kind of cut off all the people that just don't align with anymore. And I think that that's not an easy thing to do. And this is speaking strictly from experience, especially if you've known people for a long time, and it could be family too. And I think that that's hard, because like you kind of feel like a sense of loyalty to these people, no matter how up and down it's been or how rocky the relationship might be. It's like you feel like loyal to that relationship. And I've overcome that now. And I had to distance myself from family, from old friends, and it's not easy to do. But if you're trying to really become the best person that you're trying to be, you got to do that. And I think a lot of people, including myself, have struggled with this or are still struggling with this, because you don't want to hurt people and you don't want to make it seem like you're better than anybody, because you're not. Everybody has their own unique path. Everybody has their own unique life, and everybody's in their own lane. And I had to learn the hard way. I let a lot of friendships, I would say friendships, even relationships too, but like mostly for me, it's like friendships. You just let things linger, and like it gets worse before it gets better. You try to see if things are going to get better, if people are going to change. And then it kind of can it can turn you into not the best version of yourself, because it's just a toxic environment. It's just like, it's not good. It's just not good. So that's another tip that I would say, is to let go, release people that do not serve you, that are just, you guys just aren't aligned anymore. And that's okay. People outgrow people all the time, but you got to get over that hump and then realize that God is going to bring you people that do align with you and people that are meant to be in your life forever. So it takes a lot of courage to actually be able to recognize that someone may not be meant to be in your life. But I think for your journey, for yourself, if you're trying to level up to the best version of yourself, you have to get past that and let those people go. I mean, it is what it is. Another tip that I would say is definitely staying focused with everything that's going on in the universe. Like I'm talking, now that we have, social media, the internet's there, we have instant access to everything. And I think you have to just be mindful of like what you're watching, what you're listening to, just who's your friends online. I'm very mindful of certain things, and like, I'll hear about things and I don't even know what's going on. Like if it's important, I'll know. But if it's like some like celebrity drama or did you hear what happened over it? I have no idea, because I just don't put my energy in those type of things. So it's like if I'm meant to know, I'll hear about it. If it's like a big deal, like if something really big is going on, obviously I'm gonna hear about it, the news, all that stuff. But it's just like, just be mindful of like what you're consuming. Just that's one thing that I learned, because you just don't you don't need that type of energy. Like you just don't. So just be mindful about what you're watching, what you're listening to, and just who you have exchanges with. Like you don't want to be caught up in drama. You don't want to be gossiping. Like everybody has a lot of things going on. So it's just like, you just don't have time for that when you're on your journey. Like when you're leveling up and you're trying to do what's best for you, trying to create a life for yourself. You just don't even waste your time. Like don't even waste your time. Keep your focus on your path. Keep your focus on your own lane. And that will make your life a lot easier. Okay, if you're meant to know about it, you'll know about it. If you're not, then you're not. So that's another thing that I do. I'm very mindful. I don't like certain things. I'll give you an example. Like the shade room. I don't really get on the shade room so sometimes I'll be on like the explore page and like something will pop up and I'll click on it. I'll see it then. But for the most part, I'm not on the shade room. Like, I'm not going there every day. I'm not trying to see what they're posting every day. Those comments are brutal. Like, it's sometimes, like, I'm pretty sure the shade room, like, they'll post things on purpose just to get a response and see what people are gonna say. And I don't know. I just don't like it. It's not good energy to me. Like, I just don't think it's productive. So I try to follow people that inspire me. Obviously, like, you have childhood friends on there, people that you know from, just throughout your life. But as far as, like, if I'm looking at, like, celebrities or, like, other people, I try to follow people that inspire me. And that's the type of stuff I want to look at. I don't want to look at negative, bad things. I just don't want to attract that, and I don't want to look at it, so I don't. What else? Another tip that I would say on your level up journey is to be positive, like, no matter what's happening. I've learned throughout my journey that things are not always going to go as planned, and sometimes unexpected things do happen, and things don't always go your way. You know what I mean? And I just know that even though things do happen, you just have to be positive and always look for the brighter side. Like, just know that it's gonna pass. It's not forever. It's temporary, and eventually you'll get there. So it's just being positive and staying strong in those moments when things may not be going our way. I think that takes a lot of practice. I think it takes a lot of like courage too, because it's kind of scary, because you're like, oh shit is not like, what's happening, like, and that can throw you off, you know what I mean, from what you're like doing. And so it just might like bring you down. It might make you feel sad and just like put you in a dark place because one thing might have went wrong. But you have to stay real strong during those moments, because it's gonna pass. Don't worry. It's just like a bump in the road, and you just got to get over that. So just being positive no matter what is going on. I don't care if it's like, for example, let me tell y'all what happened. This happened a long time ago, maybe like 8 or 9 years ago, when I first moved home from college. I had this job at this medical center place, and I was there for about 6 to 9 months. It wasn't that long. And because I was always late. I'm gonna be real with you, I was always late. So, and it was the place was so far, it was literally on the other side of town. So I just was late every day. I had a toddler at the time. So it was real crazy. So they let me go. I don't know what, like, I was not mad or sad or anything. Like, and mind you, I just lost my job. But I remember feeling like it was like something overcame me. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be all right. Like, I have money saved up a little bit. Like, I was still putting money in my savings. I always been doing that. So I wasn't like sad or anything. I felt like the universe was gonna take care of me. Like, I felt okay. I was like, you know what? I'm good. And I was literally out of work for 30 days. I think it was about a month. And then I ended up getting a new position, and I've been here ever since. So it's like, and I'm still at my same job. So it's just like, I just remember not worrying, not panicking, not freaking out, not crying. I was like, well, maybe I need this time. Maybe I just need to chill out for a second. Like, maybe, I was rushing every morning trying to get across town to get to this job. Maybe this is the universe's way of like giving me a little break. And I also knew that something better was on the way. And I just kept that mentality, and I stuck with that. And that is what kept me going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even in moments like that where you're like, damn, I just lost my job, just know that something better is coming. That wasn't for you. That's somebody else's job. That was not for you. So I was like, I should have been freaking out, but guess what? I wasn't. And I got a better job, better benefits, closer to my house. Like, everything that I wanted, I ended up getting after those 30 days. And yet and that's the thing, 30 days, it's not like it goes, really when it's happening, it's not fast. But in hindsight, 30 days ain't shit. I needed those 30 days. Like, I needed that. So just be positive no matter what's going on, okay? Just be positive. I promise you it's gonna work out. So if something ain't working out, it's because something else better is on the way. And that's that, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all some, some tips for leveling up. I've been on my level up journey, and that's another thing I learned is like, so that's another thing. Your journey is never over. To me, I'm gonna be leveling up forever until I'm not here anymore, because there's always going to be something else to do, something else to accomplish. There's always going to be a goal to set. So for me, knowing that, you don't ever want to get too comfortable, because you're always going to be striving to be better and better and better. And you never want to stop trying to be better. You can do that forever. No matter how old you are, you can always level up and change the direction of your life. So don't ever let nobody tell you like, oh, you're too old, or you're too young, or you don't know what you're talking about. Like, no, you can always change no matter how old you are. You don't have to get stuck nowhere, okay? You don't have to be stuck at any place or stuck in any mindset. If you want to change today, okay? You don't gotta ever not level up, okay? So we're always gonna be leveling up. But anyway, I just hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps somebody out there. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nobody, not even your family, try to tear you down, okay? Don't let nobody try to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, because you can do whatever you want to do, okay? It's your life. And I'm out.